I'm with Lucy Baker, who's been serving as our cantor at St. Luke, and we'll be moving on, and we'll hear a little bit more about that. But first, Lucy, how did you get to St. Luke?
Yeah, so I'm a senior at the DePaul School of Music, and while I was there, I met Adam Mead. Everybody knows him, taking care of everything, and so over the years, I've gotten to know him and his whole family. And what was that, back in January of 2020? They asked me to come sing a quartet for one of the big Sundays. I can't remember what it was.
I think Epiphany, maybe.
No, I think it was some anniversary of.
Oh, yeah.
One of the
Yeah.
anniversaries.
That's right.
And so the four of us were asked to come back for Easter, but as we know, things happened before Easter was able to roll around. So once you guys started doing live, not in person, but like live services again, I know you guys needed a singer, so they asked me to come sing, and I've been here since.
And it's been wonderful.
Yeah, I was planning on being here for a month, and then it was a couple months until Christmas, and then it was till Easter, and it's been a year now. So
yeah, well, they say that's how you make God laugh, is you make plans.
Right, definitely.
And I really do believe God brought us together, and so we're very grateful. What has it meant to you to be one of our worship leaders here?
Yeah, I think the thing I've gotten most out of my time here is the opportunity to sing for real people rather than a computer screen. I haven't had the opportunity to sing live on stage with anyone in over a year, and for the longest time I wasn't even going to campus to sing for lessons, which now I'm lucky to do. But my time here has been great because I get to sing for, even if it's just a few people, like Don and Adam up in the balcony and you down in the front. And now we have actual parishioners, which is very nice. And I know there's plenty more at home watching on their computer. It's just nice to have the opportunity to get to do it live. And one of the things that I feel like I've come across over the pandemic is I now have the opportunity to keep doing more takes and more filming until it's perfect, which I know I'll never get. But the beautiful thing about live performing is that you don't have that opportunity to keep going until you get this perfect take.
Right.
And so I have seen some of my colleagues have kind of buried themselves in that idea. But having the opportunity to sing live, as I was saying, has kept me in that space of, well, I'm never going to be perfect. And I just get to share what I have in whatever form it comes out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. There's a wonderful old saying that goes, to sing is to pray twice. Mm-hmm. And I'm just wondering, has this been an opportunity for you to go a little deeper in your own walk with Jesus and your own faith?
Yeah, I do think every time that I have the opportunity to become a cantor, a church singer kind of thing, it's really nice to dig deeper into especially hymns and standard pieces. And one thing I really liked is I was raised Episcopalian and have only sung in Episcopal churches until I was asked to come to St. Luke. And so it's been interesting to see the differences in the liturgy and the hymns. Like there's almost just slight differences. They're very similar. But I felt like that's been one of my favorite things about singing here is seeing the difference in the Lutheran denomination and Episcopalian.
Yeah. And what I've appreciated is that you and Don also explore different styles. And so there's been some that were jazzy, some that were gospel. Mm-hmm. And of course, you had me at Pia Jesu. That is one of my all-time favorites. But we've appreciated the eclectic take on all this.
A lot of that has been Don asking me to go a little bit outside of my comfort zone, and it has been so good for me.
Yeah.
Because I like to stick with my classical and opera because that's what I'm comfortable with, and I've very much enjoyed the opportunity to explore other genres thanks to him.
Yeah. Well, we're all very grateful and we're going to find some ways to say goodbye to you. But why don't you share with the folks a little bit about what's next in your life?
Yeah, so in 3 weeks, I think, I'm wrapping up my time at DePaul, graduating. Very bittersweet to move on because this summer I'm going to be going to Chautauqua, New York, to their voice program and covering a role there. And as soon as I'm finished with that, I will be moving to Philadelphia to attend the Curtis Institute of Music for a graduate program, which I'm very excited about. So that's what's next, yeah.
That's wonderful. Is there anything that you would like to say to the folks at St. Luke?
Well, thank you so much for having me this past year. I know that I've had people come up to me and say, like, thank you for being here and sharing your voice or whatever, but I'm just as grateful to you all for giving me the opportunity to share that I am for people to hear me. So just thank you, seriously.
Yeah. And I'm going to ask you to make one promise.
Yes.
Here, public. And that's that you'll stay in touch.
Of course I will.
And when you are singing, or not every time you're singing, but
yeah.
But when you have a role or when you have a concert or whatever, that you'll let us know.
Of course. And I hope to come back to Chicago. Chicago is definitely my favorite place in the country. And if you want to be an opera singer in the U.S., I feel like you need to either live in New York or Chicago. And New York is just a little too much for me.
Yeah.
So I'd like to come back here, and we'll see what happens. So
okay.
Yeah.
Well, on behalf of St. Luke, thank you and Godspeed.
Thank you.
And it's not goodbye; it's just until we meet again.
Exactly.
All right.
Thank you.